Plaintiffs Walter Thompson and his family are suing Walter's father, Mike Thompson, for tuition money and emotional distress. Walter says he started using drugs with his father when he was 14 years old, and he is now a recovering heroin addict. Mike admits to using drugs with Walter, but he says his son was the one who got him hooked on heroin.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Jeanine Pirro presiding.
Hello, James.
How are you, Judge?
Good, thank you.
You may be seated.
Walter Thompson and Carol Thompson are suing Michael Thompson, their father, husband, for tuition and emotional distress. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good.
Good. How are you? All right. Talk to me, Walter. Why are you suing your dad?
Me and him are both recovering drug addicts. He still uses.
Do you still use?
I'm on the methadone treatment right now.
How long?
I've been on it for about a year and a half.
Have you had counseling?
Yeah, and you're on it till you're ready to come off it. But I've been clean off all of the drugs since I started. So yeah, I've been clean other than the methadone, and it's just I haven't gotten off that because I don't think I'm ready. Because I could go back to using the hard drugs again. And
how did you get involved in drugs?
Well, probably when I was about 13, 14, started using marijuana. Soon after that, moved into using lighter drugs with my dad. And,
with your dad?
Yeah. Yep. Probably around age.
You were aware of his marijuana use?
Well,
that's a yes or no?
No. When they were little, I tried to keep it from them. And when they'd get in, like, say, I'd pick them up for the weekend or something.
So you're separated, divorced from the mom?
No, we're still married. We just don't live in the same household, haven't since 1985, 86.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay. How old are you, Dorsey?
24.
All right. So you don't live with the mother. Weekends you pick up the kids.
I did when they were,
When they were little?
Yeah, when they were little and growing up.
And you're smoking grass?
Well, I kept it from them. The only time that they seen that I had something to do with it was when...
Did you smoke with your son?
Judge, not when they were young. No, I didn't.
At some point, did you smoke with your son?
Yes. At age of 18, 17, 18.
No, it was when we first started smoking marijuana together, I was about 16 years old. I mean, I knew he was using marijuana when I first started. That's why I kind of brought it up around him, and then we started using it together. So he kept it from us until I was introduced to it.
So how'd you move on from marijuana?
Move on to the harder drugs? I don't know. We started smoking marijuana together, and eventually I just started using cocaine, stuff like that. And
how'd you afford to pay for this?
Just
with the help.
My mom.
The help of his mother.
It's not
your
only
mom.
her.
You helped pay for this?
It's not only her. It was from help from him, help from her, help from doing stuff off the street, whatever. Money I got from,
school grant,
schooling, whatever.
How do you get money from schooling?
Well, previous to college, I was not money from schooling, but when I got into college, I would use the money I'd get from grants to buy drugs. But before that, though,
use for books.
Before that, so before that, any money I got was just.
When's the last time you're on methadone now?
Yeah. That's another thing I was talking about. The clinic where I'm at, the counseling and the way it's set up, they don't have it set up to where they encourage any period to get off it. They don't encourage any type of stuff like that. The counselor's there. You know what I mean? They don't encourage.
Mom, have you spoken to the counselors?
A little bit, not a lot.
Are you concerned that he's still on methadone after a year and a half?
Very concerned, yes.
Have you spoken to the counselors about that? No. What about you, Darcy? Are you concerned about your brother's condition right now?
Yes, I am. I would like him to be able to get off of it, be able to stay clean and, sober after he gets off of it. But
why, Mike, is he still on the methadone?
According to what I've talked with the mom, they were supposed to start weaning him of January of last year.
Definitely.
No signs of any weaning. I've asked about talking to whoever at the methadone clinic. I don't even know anybody there. I don't even know how to get to the methadone clinic, And
the two of you were doing coke together?
No, heroin.
Heroin?
We're using it.
Were you mainlining?
No. We just snorted lines. Never injected.
Never shot it up. No.
Nope. See, I done 32 years of construction work,
Yes.
and I've got physical problems to where I can't go to a doctor, like normal people, because I have no insurance. Okay. So then he says to me one day, I got the #1 painkiller known to man, and this will take care of all your aches and pains. Well, I was never aware that once you got the addiction, and it only takes like 3 or 4 times of doing
So
it,
I hear.
you're hit.
How did you afford to keep this habit?
Well, I was working at the time, and then when you got to where you were basically hooked on this drug, then it come to borrowing money from this one, borrowing money from that one.
Yeah, after you stop working, after you stop borrowing, what'd you do to
Stealing
maintain
here,
your
stealing
heroin
there,
habit?
doing whatever you could.
Convicted of anything?
Huh?
Ever convicted?
No.
Well, are you using drugs now?
I'm
Yeah.
an alcoholic, and I sometimes use meth.
You concerned about him?
Oh yeah, highly.
Did you know that your son was doing drugs?
Yes. Yes.
Well, what do
Not
you
in
think
the
you were giving
beginning.
him the money for?
She knew that it was going on right in
Am
her
I
own
asking
home.
her?
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Not in the
Stand up,
beginning.
please.
Not in the beginning. No.
But you knew at some point he was asking for far too much money.
Mm-hmm.
So you were giving him money
I was, yes.
to enable him to do
That's
drugs.
right.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
See,
Probably because I'd
Is
sit
your
there-
dad still using drugs?
No, do you want to know what it was? If she didn't give him the money, he'd get raged. He'd get to the point where he'd be, try to push
The
her
violence
around.
would-
And Darcy, what was your role in all of this?
I tried to leave. I left home at 17. I haven't been really living there since I've been 17. It was too much. Like I just every time I go over there just for the holidays, it get out of hand.
I understand. It was too much for you to handle. Do you think your brother needs help?
He does, and he does too.
They both do.
Yep.
And your mother, if you say she becomes a victim of his rage, she's the one with the money. Aren't you concerned about your mother's safety?
Yes, definitely.
How do you take care of yourself, Mom?
She works a lot.
I don't.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
All of her money goes to him, and
The real victim here is your mom.
and
I'm so
basically,
sorry. What are you going to do to help your ex-wife or your wife? You're not divorced.
well, I try helping.
How'd you try helping? You
No.
can't even go to the counselors to find out why he's still on methadone.
I'm saying
and no one knows better than you what this is all about.
Right, I understand that, and I try to help by having conversations with her about we need to get him out of this methadone clinic, and she says that
Yes.
it has helped him 100%.
Yeah, I don't want to hear what you have to say, what she says. You know what? Take the bull by the horns. You're a construction worker for 30 years. You know how it works. All right? Have you been arrested?
Yes, I've been arrested.
Really? For what?
For
possession of heroin.
possession of heroin, and then I was out on bond and I got caught again. But the whole thing I'm doing right now, the reason why I haven't gotten off methadone is because I'm on probation right now. Why would I get off methadone when I'm not ready just to go back and use heroin on the streets when I'm in college right now trying to get off probation?
Did the court put you on a diversion program of any sort?
Yes, on a diversion program. That's why I'm on the methadone. And you can't tell me I'm doing bad when my judge told me I can be on methadone while I'm on probation. I'm trying to clean myself up right now, go to school, live on my own. While I'm not ready to be taken off methadone right now. Regardless of what people think about methadone, it's helping me right now. I'm not on the streets right now using heroin.
Mom, what drugs is your husband on?
Meth.
He's on meth? Mm-hmm. Where are you getting the meth from?
I just socially do it with a friend of mine.
It's not social. It's not social.
You know what social
not
is? It's a euphemism. You know what a
not an
euphemism
everyday
is?
thing,
It's a
though.
word to make things sound better than they really are.
I'm just saying, it's not an everyday use.
What are we going to do here?
I don't know. That's why I came here, because I need help.
I know you do. I know you do. What do you want from your father, Walter?
He's not there anymore. He's a drug addict, alcoholic. I want him to be off all drugs. I want him to be around his niece and his nephew. I don't want to have him coming around knowing whether or not
You mean your niece and nephew?
Yeah, my kids.
This is about him.
But I want to help you too, Walter.
Exactly. I need to help too, but he's the one who's dying here. You know what I'm saying? I'm dying because I'm on methadone, but I'm not ready to come off the methadone yet.
Are you in college?
Yes, I'm in college. That's why yes.
What do you want to do when you graduate from college?
I want to teach fine arts, painting.
You're a painter?
Yep.
Do you like to paint?
Yep.
He's a great painter.
You get pleasure out of that?
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to say something?
Go ahead.
Okay. This issue with this nephew and niece thing, that's another thing that needs to be talked about here.
Talk to me.
She's with a relative, which is my nephew, that she has this baby by. Now,
Oh, good heavens.
they expect me to be grandpa to something that obviously the mother to her boyfriend is my true sister. And her mother is my real mother. But yet I've not had anything to do with these people for 45 years. All of a sudden I got a grandchild that's tied in with this family, which I never wanted anything to do with in the first place. And it makes other issues hard to deal with. You know, I got my granddaughter, which I ain't never gonna put her aside. But then I got a grandson, which, you know, am I its uncle or am I its grandpa
Look,
involved in
Mike,
it?
stop it.
You know?
Stop it. You know what? You can disapprove till the cows come home,
Right.
but the bottom line is your daughter had its son. It's your grandson.
I understand that.
I understand how messed up life is. You ought to sit here sometime to see how messed up life is.
Sure it is.
But it's your daughter's son.
I
You
understand
don't
that.
discriminate against a baby.
And I can't hold it
Baby
against
can't
him.
help
I don't.
You just said you did.
Not against the grandson, against her and the other
You
one.
can't change what's done is done, Mike. What's done is done. It's all about the future, the impact that you have on a grandchild, the impact you have on your daughter, on your family, a feeling that they're rejected. But that's not the biggest problem here. I know you want to talk about it, but my job right now is to get you guys some serious intervention. You got a drug problem, you got a huge drug problem, and you got a lot to offer. I'm very worried about you, and I want to do this for your mother. You have been through too much pain. She doesn't deserve it anymore. Why should anyone have to live with the stress that she's been living under? Her daughter left, the only normal person left. I'm not saying that you're not normal. I'm saying you've got problems that are a burden to your mom. And you're over there worried about who she slept with. Get over it. The plaintiff is alleging that the defendant should pay for college tuition. Look, the bottom line is that Walter is 22. There isn't even a divorce here for there to be a divorce decree which requires you to pay tuition. And if I forced you to pay it, you probably wouldn't have the money anyway. So, you're suing for emotional distress. What I'm going to do for you is this. Did you ever agree to pay for his college tuition?
No.
What a shock. Now,
I mean, you know,
you're a bright kid? You a bright kid?
straight A student.
You got a lot to offer. You've got to wean yourself off the methadone. I know what you're saying. If you've got some judge saying to you, look, I'd rather, I want to make sure that you don't go back to the street and get some bad stuff. But what I want to do is I want to help you with intervention, with counseling. If I drug tested you, you'd come back positive. I don't care what you say. At least you admit to it. All right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to give you drug treatment to get you off this methadone. And Mom, hopefully that's going to help you out in terms of lightening up the load on you. You are not in a position at the end of the day to pay the $2,500 for college tuition. All right? But are you still enrolled in college?
Yes. But I'm not going to be if
You don't get money.
Exactly.
You got yourself $2,500 in intervention. You stay in college. Make me a promise.
Okay, I promise.
I'm going to try to get off methadone.
I promise. I will.
He wants to so
I want
bad.
you to come back in 6 months.
Okay.
I want you to remember my name. Look at my name. Okay? Promise me you're going to come back. You're going to be clean.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to try.
Yep.
Okay, Mom? You come back too? Verdict for the plaintiff. Okay.